Is that lady someone you know, Ms. Ganyu?
She is indeed. I'm sorry, Huixin, but could we delay the upcoming—
Oh, not to worry, Ms. Ganyu.
Thank you, Huixin.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some—
You are quite mistaken.
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
That was but a simple test. One did not.
But recognizing—
An apt one was simply passing by while attending to some important business. One thought it would only be
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of it. Cloud Retainer's right. We've still got—
Oh,
one simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick—
I understand.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, it still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected.
Cloud Retainer!
If you and—
Wow, you've been to so many new places since the last— Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer.
a human name?
You really think so?
You presume to know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible.
Canyon?
I assume that's a reference to an adeptus of years past would rise with the clouds and rest with the moon. They were enlightened and wise, free and unfettered.
Oh, that sounds super—
Actually, those lines were originally written to—
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing?
To be fair, Cloud Retainer rarely speak. It is said that once, a long, long time ago, although I did not live through such— On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land. If not, the books had this upon arrival, the
That's incredible.
Mortal records add embellish.
Even so, you stopped an entire— Oh, Paimon suddenly has a lot more respect for you.
How laughable.
That's a really—
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe? One has heard that she procured— Moreover, does she find her—
That?
There is no cause for concern, Cloud. Wanmin Restaurant's business—
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Xiangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal. Now—
But didn't you just say that you—
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon?
See you around, Whew. Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there, don't you think? As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short and not take too much of Ganyu's time. Is Paimon right?
No, in fact, it was not an excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait, for real?
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
She really seems to be playing up the whole mysterious Adeptus thing right now. Is it because we just heard that cool story about her powers?
Take it easy.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, how can I not? Not even fine food is enough to distract from the presence of a fine—
Oh, I'm far more interested in getting her details.
You do it!
No. I think you should.
What can I get for you today?
Greetings, miss. I was just wondering if you'd be willing to...
What would you like to order?
2 servings of mora meat to...
Shenhe!
Welcome. It's been a while.
Don't welcome us as guests and...
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this is?
This...
Master?
Huh?
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you... Is something the matter?
Hardly.
And check out the great...
Indeed.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler in Paimon, the lunch rush isn't it? Go ahead.
Thank you, Chef.
Woohoo!
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human. Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into...
Seems like you've been making
First, I tried to...
Oh, a scent.
And you, Master?
Simply marvelous.
I see. I have missed Master... Oh,
Whoa. Her mood shot up just like...
by the way, Master, since...
Indeed.
Ganyu told us the story of...
I see. In that case...
Oh?
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Master once, in response,
Huh. What kind...
it was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again?
Oh, you refer to the Oh, it boggles. Alas, the one flaw of my mechanism lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory when it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch.
Master, that was the end of that story.
Is that so?
Have you been lonely?
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blissest
Mm-hmm.
What is...
It's nothing. I was just a little bit confused.
To me,
This is not to say...
She got like... What?
Do you have any empty tables?
Hey there, could we get another?
I'm hearing more guests come in. I should get back to work.
All right, good luck with...
Mm-hmm.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
One is fond. The dishes here...
Everything's so tasty! A bit too hot at times, but still...
I'm sorry, miss, but...
Shall we try some more? But it smells so
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and...
Okay, I'll ask her out. Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with...
Ah, well, Paimon doesn't mind. What about you guys?
Great!
Granny?
Yep.
No.
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on... Granny?
Oh,
No.
anticipated meeting then. Please, take a seat.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I want braised earth. No, not this again.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Right, that's what...
Help? Thanks, that's actually... Her memories... They died young.
Oh.
But it's okay.
Wow.
And me. You're
tough too.
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. I remember now.
Huh? That sounds super.
It was just
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Oh, does that mean you're possessed?
Unlikely.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not?
Huh, you're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert.
Not anymore.
Younger. This is just getting weirder and weirder. What is going on?
As one said,
Are you sure? Paimon's Paimon.
just Shenyun is fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. Oh, we don't need any payment for this. You're welcome. But Miss Yenyun, all we have to go up.
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny.
Why, of course.
Okay. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me if it's true, a martial arts heroine? Oh, Shincho knows tons about Liwei.
Are you leaving already?
I'll go order some food.
It seems we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have.
Street word.
Precisely.
Everyone, please, eat to your heart's content. Today is my treat.
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
It's you. Shincho!
I can't pinpoint her identity.
Nameless.
That's right. All they knew was that she always acted alone. After the drought ended, the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains. All that remained were the way this nameless.
Thanks a lot, Shincho.
It's nothing at all.
Well, Paimon's still.
Let me think. Perhaps the real-life heroine. It's rare for a chivalric hero to. I've never understood.
We'll be sure to tell you if we.
That's a deal.
Paimon feels like we just learned. Oh, right. There's a drought in this story too.
Well, so while droughts do happen, the crops with.
That sounds.
Yeah. Still, they say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe. Do you have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're just going to head back and meet up with Miss Paimon hopes. Anyway, we'll be off now. See you some other time.
It's no problem at all.
I have recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Oh, thank. Straight word.
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought so.
Time has little bearing on one's existence.
Oh, why so
Well, approximately how much more?
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping!
Nothing save for some trick.
Shincho has a.
Do not be troubled.
What do you think, Shuyu? Does it match up with... According to the story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from Mount T. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in her attic full of I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
What It's as if I was taking a stroll in the.
Is that so?
Thank you.
Okay, sure thing. I a secret I want to tell you.
Take it easy.
What's wrong, Shuyi? Well, I've been... Oh! How about that? Well, must have been a slip of the tongue.
One is in.
Huh? I knew it. Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane. I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross, but she put me on her back and flew me to her cool Adeptus house and fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my... I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe... pure... Have you ever met one that's... That's weird. Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that... Leave it to us! Let's go to Wangshu... Okay.
Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place?
Yes. The fish here, I believe...
I'll come with. I'm still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she... Whoa! Shao! What are you doing here all of a sudden? You scared the living daylights out of Paimon!
I sensed a non-human presence and decided if you're here, then there's... It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I have indeed. I fought alongside her in...
Oh, wow! What was she like during... Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this? Behold, the...
An impressive imitation. Even so, the Archon War...
Cloud Retainer...
Once one had one dwelling between.
After the war. Although I do...
One believes there is...
Granny, are you okay?
Perhaps this conversation should you encounter...
Everyone! I think Granny is...
Slowly now.
A long time. I don't remember. I was confined. One day, I met... He told me that the pills were concocted.
Wait, but if you... And it was all fake...
I'm sorry,
Hey! You're...
Oh, fret not, dear child.
The recovery of a person's memories.
Next location... There isn't, after all.
This realm is...
If you ever have...
The campaign begins.
You are not welcome here.
You asked for it.
Busted.
Now you're testing my patience.
Look alive!
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
You can't run!
Things are about to get dicey.
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Lights out.
You're dead meat! Let's get it on!
Game's up. Fun's over. Quietly now. A chest full of valuables and a trove of potential clues.
Paimon sees an abandoned house! Why don't we take a break over there?
place.
Did you remember something, Granny?
I remember. It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me. We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit. I had exhausted my strength when the labor... I remember that night. I remember falling, I alone.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember. Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries.
My dad?
He was my pride and joy, and so are you. But you're always going to be different from me. Why?
I don't care what you...
You're too sweet, Shuyu. All right. Let's not stand...
If one recalls correctly, the next place should be Qingyun Peak. Yuandai, how fares your health?
I may be a bit slow, but I'll do my best to keep up. I'm sorry to keep everyone waiting.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top. Oh, such lightness of weight.
All those who grow old grow frail in the end, do they not? First, you lose your memory, then your health. Eventually, you... My only wish is to depart this world with a lucid mind, to free myself of this torment and the burden it places upon others.
Fret not. You have my aid in this endeavor.
Inazuma shines eternal! Illusion busted!
Gloves off!
The mortal plane.
Does this place feel familiar to you, Granny Wonder?
Let me see. How strange. When we were at Wangshu Inn and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity. I could easily picture, but here, I don't have that feeling. Perhaps I did come here in the past, but it just...
But did the stories get it wrong then? Yeah, that's true. Paimon was hoping...
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
It's all right. We're not going to give up.
Thank you. If only... Huh? That way. What's that mountain?
Oh, let Paimon look! Huh? Isn't that Mount Outsong? Looks like we've come...
Mount Outsong. Mount Outsong.
Granny, are you okay? Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you...
Mount Outsong holds some...
It does, but...
Are you feeling unwell?
My head...
Cloud... Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount
But...
Fret not. Oh, you may leave the rest.
Wait, really?
Here.
Huh?
Precisely. It periodic soothing agitation.
Whoa, we could have come to Mount...
How preposterous. We Adepti can only...
Paimon!
As previously.
Oh, Paimon...
And you and I.
The drought is over. But why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion.
I've never regretted meeting you.
Please. Please, no. Have you forgotten? This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth. This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left. The you of the past, the me from not that long ago. We should have never... So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so familiar.
Granny! Granny, are you okay?
Cloud Retainer.
Your memories have returned?
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean you already knew each other?
Yes. I now remember everything. Everything.
Granny, please don't cry. I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine. I'm so sorry, everyone. It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I...
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions. Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
No, it's okay. Now that I've remembered, I must face my memories head on. Shuyu, everyone, I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my story, if you're willing to listen.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself. What happened in the past doesn't matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same. It is for this reason that you deserve to know the truth. Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Is this the sin that you mentioned in Dwayne Karst? What happened?
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane. I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze and drinking the sweet dew of the mountains. At some point, I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right. I followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by.
50 years ago?
That's right. She was the one I looked, but I was still... She warned me.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
Was it because of...
Indeed. Although clumsy and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real strange bird among the two of us. But still, just like me, he cared. I could not help but fall for him. But my time continued.
Oh no,
I committed an offense. I wanted to stay with him, even if it meant living a life. I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to... I was convinced that she would not support my decision, but that was only... Along with looking back, I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortune...
Granny!
Coincidence, Master.
Human cost... One still remembers when you were... One found you...
Wait! Paimon! So, Cloud Retainer...
One was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger, one set out to bring you to your senses.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
In truth, but soon, wishing to grant you a life without regret. As for how to, one took great, as one expected. One was quite torn.
Nevertheless, one would speak to you about another matter, if you are amenable.
Even considering your loss of memory, one was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood. Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated of a concept to remember. To think that you tried to travel while weak from sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have been lost during the night.
Make way for the Adeptus!
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were... One was, after all, in the end, to see you happy. Now you should have a complete understanding of the events.
Wait! But if that's true, then the crane who took care of me when I was sick must also be...
Ah, one had almost neglected to recount the absurdities of that tale. Just as you and I troubled one with her, upon finding you burning with fever, when one asked you why, one had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of one's appearance. You became more than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring. It bears mentioning, perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one. Now, all... One owes you an apology, you and I. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal standing with Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who lived through them. Would you not agree?
Master, I must ask. If you found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake?
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest, 'tis a refuge. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. 40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Fortunately, you were able to
So...
One will help.
She's gotta go back to being a...
Master, I don't know how I...
Granny? Please don't leave, okay?
Don't be sad, dear child. Don't forget to eat well, okay?
I promise.
Good girl. Good. I won't stop until I can turn into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together again. You and I. How's that sound? That's a good girl.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise.
That's a good girl. I'm so sorry, Master.
Let her be. Tears are a necessary part of match. Now that the issue has been resolved.
I always believed we would see each other again, that our days of separation would finally end, and all my troubles would be behind me. If only things could stay this way forever.
A nightmare? Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
It was a good dream. It's just...
You weren't ready to wake up. Eloquent as one may be, words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are doing all you can. One can see your strength of will, your fearlessness in the face of danger. And so, whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary, one is always here for you. After all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
Huh? Was Paimon sleeping just now? Oh.
Madam...
Oh, Shuyu, you're awake. How do you feel?
I feel... Madam...
Oh. And have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I know Granny thought what she did back then, but... Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. I could become a cool adeptus like you.
Upon some reflect...
Thank you so much.
Paimon's gonna let you... If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
How utter... Every individual must...
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty
Although Mount Outsong is... That is precise...
Whoa. You're leaving Mount Out?
One has never concerned oneself with the location. Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up, and one has reflected on this fact for many years now. One is most... Why are you all so silent?
Paimon is...
One will be assuming.
Don't worry.
Perhaps in 2 days. One has already.
Seems like you've really been out.
A sensible plan. Oh, also, why don't you take this suspense?
Awesome. Hey, didn't we promise Shincho that we'd tell him what we found out? Should we make a trip to the Feiyun Commerce Guild? It's totally...
I have left an considering their recent.
Are used to the desert life, but still, I hope that one day they'll be able to find an oasis of their own and leave. Your concerns are excessive and unfounded.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern. In what way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
We're here, Cloud! Miss...
Perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares. I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for several hundred years. To question their legitimacy is pure folly.
Several hundred years?
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down...
Yep, they've definitely been around...
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of Mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just decide to take them to another buyer.
Whoa! Please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack...
An expert, you say? Very well. I will wait for a little while longer, then.
Master! Oh, it's you two again.
Shoo you! You got a new outfit! It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? You know how...
Master, I brought in
Fret not. I shall help you move them into your room.
Actually, I should probably...
Now, this expert you mentioned.
Soon. Here, allow me to make some introductions. This is Mr. Zhang Li, a well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner of valuables and antiques. Mr. Zhang Li, this is Miss Shen Yun. She's the one who's looking to sell the collection of valuables I mentioned earlier.
If it isn't Miss Shen Yun.
Indeed, most serendipitous.
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest. The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
So you...
Indeed.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True collectors pride themselves on their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail. I can say without it...
Why, you flatter...
Not at all.
While I am loath to... You two already knew each...
Ha! A preposterous...
Miss Shen Yun speaks...
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhang Li himself has vouched for the goods? I deeply apologize for doubting you. So,
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables. Take this mechanism, for instance. Though one may not immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home. The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope to possess an item that so perfectly blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace. I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
All right. Then, in that case, Miss Shen Yun, I'll take the...
The Northland Bank.
Zhongli!
My friends, have you been doing well?
We've been great! How about...
My days have been quite... As for you, Miss...
I must say...
Whatever for.
Well...
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has indeed. One's previous stays were all brief. Now that one had... This city is much changed from how it was more than 1,000 years ago.
Not unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace, enlightenment to aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential. In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
All right, that's enough reflection for one day.
You make a valid point.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud.
Oh?
It was a reunion.
Hardly. It is settled then. One has already...
It should be...
Shu Yu, come now. It is time to dine. This gentleman over here is Mr. Zhang Li.
A humble employee of Wangsheng.
Nice to meet you too, Miss...
That should be everyone, right?
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite.
That sounds rather implausible.